Hey everybody, it's episode 7 of Black Sails. Last time we had, we were on the ship, we were going to get the weapons, and we figured out a way to do that. We freed the slaves underneath, and they helped us to get, kind of corner them and go the other way. They came up from above, we came down from below, and we got them. And then the ship blew up. One of the barrels was booby-trapped. And the Scarborough found out where we were, so we were escaping, and they were firing at us. And then Billy fell overboard. And the only person to see Billy fall was the captain, which I found a bit suspicious, because they were just talking about, hey, you were talking about a letter. What was in the letter? And Billy's like, I think you know what was in the letter. So they were having this whole moment. And then the Scarborough fired, and then all of a sudden Billy's in the water, and only the captain saw it. So, a few possibilities. The Scarborough blast, Billy fell over. Not normal. 80% chance of happening, probably. The other two options are captain pushed him over, because he didn't like the way Billy was, constantly... He was kind of on that trail to questioning him all the time and becoming a problem, so it would make sense to get rid of him. But there's a counter to that, and the other option is that Billy thought, the captain, he might try to get rid of me at some point. I'll just die for it. I'll take my chances on the open water, which would be a bit weird too. The evidence against the captain, just shoving him over, is that he could have turned Scott over to the crew to get points, and to maintain his captaincy. But he didn't. And Billy isn't as much of a problem as... he hasn't really been that much of a problem, so no real reason to get rid of him at that point. Like, it's convenient. It's in the middle of an arsenal being thrown at you, but we'll see what happens. Either way, Billy's fine. Didn't see him fall, didn't see him drown, didn't see him die, didn't see him sink. He's fine. Even if he never appears for the rest of the show, he's fine. He's just sipping cocktails on some island somewhere, having the time of his life. The rest of this story, we had Max and Anne and Eleanor and Silver concocting a scheme together to deal with the Hammond and his gang, or Biff and his buddies. For those Back to the Future fans amongst us, which is everybody, right? They didn't tell Jack, because Jack doesn't need to know. Jack can improvise. So quarter of the way into the whole plan, Jack was like, oh, I see what's going on. Okay, I'll play along. But yeah, those guys are gone. Max is safe. That's good. Our ship, the good ship, whatever it's called, we've got most of the weapons. We didn't get all of them. We didn't get everything we wanted, but we got a lot of them. And we've been hit a lot. We've been hit by 2 different ships now, so we might need to repair. I don't know if we're going to go back to the island that Guthrie, Eleanor's, all those people are on. If we're going to go somewhere else. And the final storyline is Vane on his quest, his vision quest, as I like to call it. And he just pulled up to the shore, and the big dude who we saw in his vision earlier in the season, he's there to welcome them. They might have to throw down, or they have some sort of history, some sort of past together. Maybe he's a brother, maybe he's a lover, maybe he's a fighter. We don't know. And the only way we're going to know is to watch Rocky 7, Adrian's Revenge. Hello. You got a message?
Mom! Captain Flint's returned.
He came back to this place for repairs.
You won't be the only one, I assume.
I like her red.
As of last night, I've instituted a new trading system, and the street has embraced it.
All this since yesterday.
It was a busy episode.
I will address the situation with Mrs. Barlow immediately.
Captain, one more thing.
Oh, yeah.
The consortium wasn't found. Among them, indispensably, was Mr. Silver. Given him my word in exchange for his assistance that I'll stand between him and your resentment. Mr. Silver doesn't return from the Urca. You and I may find ourselves with problems of our own.
Okay.
What a day I missed.
Yep. Hell of an episode. These two.
What the fuck is your problem?
Ship purloined, captain
He's just not
crewed
feeling
to
it.
memory. No prospects at all, for which by some
You see
miracle
tied up.
economics seems...
Can you run a brothel here and not make money?
I have no fucking idea.
Figure it out.
Don't you?
Well, now look what you've... No. Words. I don't have them.
What do you mean?
Rackham's got no idea how to run this place. We've all got a hand in his pocket. Ableton would tell him, but she's too busy stealing for herself. Get in while the gating's good.
I think it was all done in good fun.
Dufresne.
Congratulations. Mr.
Moving up in the world.
Thank you.
Mr. Dufresne, quartermaster. Who'd have seen that coming?
I think he's up to it. I think you and I need to discuss the letter that Billy found.
Do we have to talk about that now? Poor Randall.
Randall.
He just wanted to save his cat.
There. He's a thief.
Who?
What are you talking about, Randall? I heard him talking. It wasn't Singleton stole the page.
No.
It was him.
He knows everything. He's not dumb.
I don't know what he's talking about. Opiates. Doesn't know what he heard.
Shit.
Get the quartermaster in here.
The new one. He's funny.
Inaugural meeting of the Guthrie Fraser Naft Lawrence Consortium for the purposes of shipping and trade in the West Indies. Excelsior.
Good job.
Reginald, add to the agenda discussion of a short-term May.
Ooh. Reunion time.
They say you rallied the slaves in the Andromache's hold. Single-handedly turned the tides against Bryson.
Sort of.
Eleanor, I must ask a favor of you.
Hey, Vane. Let's see what's going on here, because I have no idea.
Just waiting.
The same, mark. Yeah, that one. Little community. This is the dude.
Sit.
Is he the leader of this place?
There's a place not far from here. Place fueled by plunder. She's weak. So she's ripe for the taking. When you served as captain of these men, they set Compagnie for you. Give me a dozen of them, and I will bring Nassau in line.
How did you know to seek me out?
Yeah, what's going on? How do you know?
Or is it something else?
Do we have a deal, don't we?
3 men. A share for every 3 men. 4 shares in all.
Ooh, tough bargain.
After what happened last night? What happened to Billy, Captain?
Ooh, he suspects it too.
He fell.
I suspect there's been other times when we've been expendable to you. And if yesterday was one of those days, then you and I have a problem. Because Billy wasn't expendable to me. He was a son to me. You let his suspicions run rampant. You let his paranoia fester. Perhaps if you helped him understand the world in which he lived.
Gates did everything. You didn't see the last episode, Captain.
Right now.
How much he was doing for you?
Where are you going? I'm tired of this.
He's going to rethink his position.
I'm tired of the energy it takes to believe you.
I'm taking it after the Urca has been secured and the money warehoused before distribution. I intend to sequester a portion of it.
Sequester?
A portion of it. They will drink or and piss it away.
Now they have a chance at something better than that. But it isn't going to happen unless somebody makes it happen. I'm going to deliver them into something better.
Flint is a bit of a
sail with you tomorrow to
visionary.
take this prize. I'll follow your lead in battle, but when it's done,
We're going our separate ways. Gates is a decent guy, and he doesn't speak in riddles, and he doesn't...
Who else knows about this?
Captain is untrustworthy.
Well, Flint finding that page on Singleton does seem awfully convenient in hindsight.
So you're successful in convincing our friends out there to believe your story.
I'm going to try and work Randall.
I'm not sure you've given proper consideration to what happens next.
Randall's right. That will be the end of the Urka hunt.
Are you suggesting we keep this secret? Lie to the crew. Even if I was convinced, there's still Randall to contend with.
Silver's working
Are
on
you
it.
suggesting there's some way to guarantee his silence?
I can think of one way.
Don't kill Randall.
Wouldn't they? A one-legged half-wit versus a chance for fortune.
He's got the mark. Did he used to work here, or...?
You were one of ours. Go on. Take these men. Make me rich.
Let's go.
And I offer you a chance to be free of this place.
Oh.
I'm Charles Vane. There is a place not far from here where
Here we go.
strong men live lives of pleasure. Follow me, and I will show you what life is.
Fight! He's got to win this one.
Are you done?
He's not done. You might have to take this guy out.
I'm proud of you.
Randall.
We'll come back to that.
What's that? A page from one of Dr. Howe's manuals. You have exactly 5 minutes to commit it to memory.
It's a test.
Exactly.
Yeah, test of memory.
Believe me, I'm aware. Mr. de Groot doesn't believe that he can trust the information inside your head. He says if he's to go down that road, he needs certainty. 4 minutes.
TikTok. You could do it. 3.14159.
I implored Miss Guthrie to facilitate your release. Told her she would not have her guns without yours and the others' help.
They're still in chains.
She said she would take it under advisement.
Everything is a little more complicated than it seems. These two, for instance.
What madness possessed you to write that letter?
You know I would never intentionally put you in any kind of danger.
What was your intent?
To show you a way out of all this, to free you.
A way out? Have you no memory of how we got in? What they took from us?
The moment I signed that pardon, the moment I asked for one, I proclaimed to the world that they were right. This ends when I grant them my forgiveness, not the other way around.
If he were here, he'd agree with me.
He's dead.
Who told you about me? Billy.
Billy did whisper to him in the last episode.
I go to the crew and I offer to be your caretaker. I promise to look after you day and night and give my personal guarantee should anything
You could do
happen,
the cooking.
it comes out of my share. Then you're back on the ship.
Sorry, Mr. Silver.
You're a thief.
Randall, what's gone into you?
Good stuff, Randall.
You're a thief.
It would appear Mr. Randall has reconsidered his position.
You got nothing. Stand down. Silver can talk his way out of anything. For now.
Give us room. The able-bodied males will be taken onto the Black Hind under Captain Lawrence. 6 women remained thereafter, for whom I was able to scrounge together enough money to cover their cost. They'll be offered
5 pieces.
What did you just service?
Max gonna...
What's that? Who paid you those coins? Much for mothering is 20 pieces, not 5.
All Captain Hallandale had time for today was a tug.
Will your story hold when I ask him to confirm it?
I swear, the body and blood of our Lord Jesus Christ, this will never happen again.
For your sake, it had better not.
Yeah, give the rest of the money.
Get your fucking house in order.
Maybe you can hire Max to be here in his stead. She seems to know how to handle things. Although she may need some, I don't know, backup.
Do you really think it's wise to get pissed in full view of any of your men that may stumble in here?
Yes.
Probably not. Perhaps a little doubt in me is called for.
Are they gonna...
Tell me, we're not crazy, you and I.
Well,
Crazy.
The Urka is pretty big, and it is a stupid mission, but
Put ourselves through all of this.
Gotta do what we gotta do.
And the outcome's so uncertain.
The outcome is only uncertain for those who disbelieve. And I believe if there's anyone who can do what's necessary to make it something better, it's you.
He needed that speech. He wasn't getting it from Barlow, so he's getting it in more ways than one from Eleanor. Oh. It's kind of refreshing they didn't.
Part of me thinks you must be the luckiest half-wit in the colonies, the way this all played out. Part of me suspects there's something else going on here.
Maybe he's not a half-wit at all.
I'm forced to wonder if you didn't orchestrate this whole little drama. That you're no half-wit at all.
Come on, Randall, say something stupid. That'll do. Okay, the ship is looking good. Gates is giving him a look. He's like, okay, for now, we're okay. Later, we're not.
I must tell you, he discerned that I knew about the missing page beforehand. He assumed Billy told me.
See how he might think that.
Interesting.
Nothing to lying. We could forgive. Singleton, we could forgive. We could forgive all of it. Not Billy. That requires an answer. When the time comes, we need to know that you won't stand in the way.
They're gonna kill Flint for Billy.
But once we have the money, Flint dies. No argument.
Not from me.
Okay, Billy just fell. There was nothing. He just fell. Two ships. It's not done. I was ready to stop it. Oh yeah, Vane. They buried him alive. How's he breathing under there? A ghost from the grave. Good. Very intriguing episode. A lot of people with a lot of... It was probably the most complicated episode from a motivation point of view, and how many different characters have different things going on in their minds, what their goals are, and how they want to go about getting those goals, and what people are doing to try and shape that into their own favor. It's very, very intertwined at the moment. Simplest story, Scott came back to Eldonor because he had nowhere else to go. He wanted her help in freeing the slaves. She did what she could to fill the ranks of one of the ships with the fighting men, the healthy men, and I think she brought the women, so they're safe. But Scott doesn't want to stay around because he knows he'll want to intervene if she continues this course with Flint. Flint has history with England and with Miss Barlow, and he feels betrayed by England. They took everything from him, and there's some backstory there, and he doesn't want to have to apologize to them. His ego will not allow that to happen, no matter what the cost. So he wants to take the Urka-Delima, take his what he feels he's owed, and stuff it to them. And Mrs. Barlow just wants him to be safe and for them to just have an easier life and just abandon all this stuff. You know, just him to apologize, him to be pardoned, and they can go to Boston, magical Boston, where everything is wonderful and there's music and books and all that stuff. Pastor is enjoying speaking to the reeds. Billy afloat somewhere. Vane came back to the island. It seems like maybe this other guy was a captain, and then he had a crew, and then he decided he's going to settle down on this other island. We're going to cut some wood. We're going to sell the wood. And Vane's coming back. Look, we can have more than that. We can, come on, join me, and we can. Nassau is weak. We can run things around here. We can go back to being pirates and all that stuff. I think that's where that story was. Dufresne got promoted, quartermaster. He also found out about the letter. No, not the letter. Found out about the schedule. Found out about Silver. He found out from Gates. Gates is had a showdown with Flint. He wanted to know the truth. Flint wants to do more with the funds, the money, the treasure, to set up some sort of better system where they can retire and be rich and not just piss it away in a piratey way. So he's lying to the crew about that. The crew are lying some of the crew want him dead for what happened to Billy. And Gates is going along with it because he can't stand against it anymore, knowing what he knows. So it's all a big... I think the technical term is shit show, but it's a very good show. And Jack is still in charge of the brothel. He was being taken advantage of because he didn't know how to run it. He had no idea about the pricing or anything like that. And Max has stepped up and gone, you know what? This is how it should be working. You should be putting these people in their place. Don't be falling for their sub-stories. Don't listen to them. Make this place profitable. And yeah. Episode had a lot of threads, a lot of stories, a lot of complex stuff. Very little filler. And it was a good watch. And I have no idea how I'm going to condense it down to an edit. So, yeah. So, thanks for watching. I'm enjoying this show so far. I think there's only one episode left of season 1. So, that's going to be interesting. I doubt it's all going to go down in this next episode. It seems too early for that. They just set sail. So yeah, I'll be curious. I'll be curious what happens there. This episode should go up on Friday, and the next episode should be on Sunday. So yeah, we'll find out what happens. So thanks again for watching, and I will see you in a couple of days for the finale to season 1. And yeah, lots to think about. Yeah, see you.